What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, we have some fun color, some bold yellow and blue eye today. So of course we're going to be diving into some fun artistry. Obviously, we're going to be playing with the brand new Colored Raine Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette. So now this palette retails for $50, and honestly, I'm a little floored by it. I'm a little shook. If you want to see the real tea on it, if you want to see how I did this really fun, winged out, very intense eye, then of course you're going to have to keep on watching. The brows are on and the face is not ready yet. I'm going to go in with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot and just kind of soften up this little lid and just kind of get everything ready to go. Now, to get started with this eye look, we're going to go in with something that I have been wanting to play with for months now, and I finally got it in my hands, and I'm finally going to do a little test with it and see how it looks. I'm going to go in with the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette. So, as you can see, colorful as hell, love it, and you open it up and you have all these beautiful pigments and shadows. Honestly, I'm obsessed with the colors. They're so beautiful, and honestly, from what I've seen online, they are fucking pigmented. So we're gonna see what happens right there. Also, just so you know, they are all vegan except for Unbothered right here. I believe that's the only one that is not vegan, but everything else is like a vegan shadow, so that's really awesome. They are cruelty free as well. I love Colored Raine so damn much, so I cannot wait to play with this palette. I really want to do something that I haven't done in a very long time, which is like a blue eye. I do it sometimes, but I don't do it as often as I want to, and I feel like the blues in here are so like in your face intense, and I really want to just do a look with them. So let's just see what happens. Honestly, I'm not going to say what kind of look I'm going to go with until it like happens. I might do blue and yellow. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But for the crease and just kind of smoke it out, I want to go in with the shade Drip Drop right on top.
It's not my fault, you know I had to walk away. It's been 5 years and not one of us has changed. We say we're trying, but we just stay the same. And the truth is, I think we're better off. Me, myself, and I, at least give it a try.
That shit is pigmented as fuck. And honestly, there was barely little to no kickback in the pan, which I'm like really shocked by because most pigments fly like crazy and this one really didn't. And I'm like obsessed with this blue. Like, this blue is pigmented. Like, you will see that right there. That's not a bad blend. That looks like fucking neon right now. This one I will have to like re-intensify just a tiny little bit, but I'm going to take my Morphe M514 brush, one of my favorite blending brushes, and I'm going to go in with the shade Jet Set right next to that one. I'm just going to kind of use that to soften out the outer edges, and then I'm going to use a clean brush to kind of finish off that blend.
Sometimes we're just ourselves and not with someone else. Me, myself, and I, at least give it a try. Sometimes we're just ourselves and not with someone else.
So far, I'm living, breathing, dying, obsessed with this blend. Like, this shadow is making my life right now. It is making my life. And I keep going back to re-intensify the blue, but I really don't need to. But like, I always like make sure that everything's blended and cohesive and everything like that. So for the inner portion of the eye right here, I'm going to go in with the shade Lemon Drop right here, which obviously I cannot wait to play with because obsessed with yellows. So let's just see. Little to no, like, okay, so it's a little bit powdery, but not that bad, not bad at all. We dust it off, and let's just see how it will look. Oh, that's a pigmented yellow. just taking a little bit more of Drip Drop, and I'm just kind of making sure that everything is blended cohesively. That yellow is really pigmented. I'm loving that. Like I said, it had a little bit of like a powder kickback, but that's just going to happen with yellow. It's yellow. I mean, come on now. You really can't always have it perfect. So I'm just kind of making sure that this crease is all blended and ready to go. I'm taking a small amount of Drip Drop because I know this one's going to make it turn green anyways. So I'm just kind of making sure that these colors blend together properly before I go back in with a little bit more Lemon Drop. Added a little tiny touch of Painterly on my lid again. I really want to go in with either Squad or Yacht Life right here. I think I want to go towards more of the Squad because I'd like to add a little bit of that green to kind of tie in with the kind of green that we're getting with the yellow. So I kind of want to go in with a dark shade on the lid. So I didn't like cut my crease or anything like that. I just kind of added a little bit more of the paint pot and just see how it will help with the pigment.
You know we're just a product of messed up, misunderstood. And just because it works don't mean that it should. 'Cause the truth is, we're better off.
So not bad at all. I'm not hating it. But since it is a little bit darker than I really was hoping for it to be, even though it looks really dark, I'm going to go in with the Yacht Life right next to it and just kind of add that over top.
Myself and I, at least give it a try. Sometimes we're just ourselves and not with someone else. Me, myself and I, at least.
Like I said, I'm just kind of blending everything together to filth, but I am going to try a little bit of the shade Neo Blue right here, just on the same brush I've been using with Drip Drop, and just kind of blend everything together, because this one I feel like is a little bit more like indigo blue, so it's definitely going to help everything tie together really well. So, looking at it, we're getting a great fucking blend right now, and I'm obsessed. Like, I'm loving this so far. I'm loving how good we're going with this. I feel like the shades are so pigmented, but yet they're not like super crazy that I can actually blend them to filth, have great blending, and then come back if I need to and just kind of soften it out if I really want to. But so far, the softening is like very minimal because I'm like packing them on, and it doesn't take too long to blend at all. So I'm loving this look so far, but I am going to throw on some concealer and some foundation and everything like that, and I'll be right back to finish off the eye with you guys. Now that we got the base on, I'm looking paler than shit. We're going to go in with the bottom lower lashes and everything like that. I want to try to like wing this out a little bit, so I might try to do that a little bit. Back in with Drip Drop, the really gorgeous blue shade right here, and just kind of use that on my lower lash line. I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Yacht Life and just kind of tie that on the lower lash line like this. So now that this look got really intense, really fast, I am going to throw on some mascara and some lashes, and I'm also going to throw on like the rest of my face, and I'll be right back to throw on a highlighter and a lip with you guys. Now that the lashes are on, this look is looking much better. I am going to throw on some highlight. I'm going to use the Morphe highlighter in the shade Extra. So now I added a little bit of highlight, so that actually made the tail of these look really sharp and really nice. Loving it. I'm going to go in with the Colored Raine Sugar Liquid Lipstick. I was going to go in with the shade 2 AM, which is the black, but I was like, it's going to be a little bit strong for work today, so I want to go in with something a little softer. So here is the final extra look using the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette. So I don't know what else to say. Like I said, these colors have been out for a while, but this palette is relatively new. It did sell out, and I believe there is a restock coming out very soon for this. But now that I was able to actually play with it and sit down and do a look with this palette, let me just tell you right now. Get this fucking palette. Like, honestly, you need it in your life. Colored Raine is so amazing with their products. Honestly, their pigmentation on all their eyeshadows are phenomenal. Their lipsticks are really nice. I have played with Colored Raine for a little while now, and I'm just gonna say obsessed with the brand. It is so fucking beautiful. Black-owned indie brand doing the damn thing in this world. And honestly, this is no exception. This is just as good as everything else that I've used from Colored Raine. And this palette's only $50. So it's really not that bad if you think about it, because they're all full-size pans. They're all the same size shadows as their original single shadows. So you're getting a really good value for having them in a palette. And honestly, I think that was the best way for them to do it anyways, because when I saw those shadows, I was like, no, I'm not going to buy one or two. I'm going to buy the whole thing. And now that I have the whole thing in a pre-made palette, it's great because I can have all the colors I need for any type of bold look, and they're right there at my fingertips. So, and also it does come with a mirror, which is really nice as well. So this one retails $50. You can definitely buy it on their website. I believe it's going to come back in stock soon. This palette is worth every single penny because I had no issues with it. The blendability was beautiful. The fallout was barely there. Like, the colors blended and swatched beautifully. There was so much pigment there, and I feel like that's the one thing I want my palettes to do, is do everything I ask for it to do, and it helps me make some amazing looks. And I am a little bit obsessed with the look that I came up with today. Like, I was like skeptical about the wing, and then I was like, let me just keep trying it, and honestly, now I'm like living for it. Pick this palette up whenever you get a chance to get it, because honestly, if you want your artistry skills to go out the door, like flying into outer space, you definitely need something like this. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.